You're listening to the Six Figure Designer Podcast, where we ditch the overwhelm, attract better clients, and build a business that fits your life without selling your soul or pretending to be an influencer. I'm Pam Durkin, a 30-year design veteran and creator of the Luxury Client Academy, and I help designers like you stop relying on luck or Instagram to fill your pipeline. Around here, we're all about referral systems, reputation building, and real relationships because you don't need more followers. You need the right people talking about you. Let's build a business you're proud of and make sure it pays you well. Let's get started. Well, hey everyone, Pam Durkin here. I wanted to come live because I haven't done it in so long. So as I'm thinking about preparing for this Rapid Referrals Challenge, I would love to hear from any of you as you're either seeing this live or if you're coming back and watching this replay. Like, what's a challenge for you when it comes to getting referrals? I've already gotten some really interesting responses. Some of them are that generally I do get really good referrals, but business has slowed down a bit. So maybe this is you. Maybe you were always getting, plenty of referrals with enough in your business, but now things are starting to pull back and you're just not sure what to do. Or getting the better clients, the ones that are higher quality, that have the bigger budgets. You just haven't cracked the code on what that is supposed to be or how you go about doing that. We're going to talk about that in the challenge. Another one was the competitions with other designers on Facebook and getting noticed for my quality of work, how to stand out. That is always a hard one for designers because we tend to not want to toot our own horns, myself included. And it's really hard to stand out, especially online, when there's a lot of other things to be looking at, right? Not only the distractions of social media, but also just the other, access to so many other people in the area. So again, if this is a struggle for you, you need to be signed up for the Rapid Referrals Challenge. One is connecting to high net worth clients. I'm going to teach you how I do that in my own business and how you can easily do that in your area as well. So you want to definitely be part of that challenge, and then how to get them. So one thing that we're going to be doing in the challenge, which I love and everyone that's done this challenge previously is really excited about, is that we actually, in the room, go ahead and reach out to somebody that you want to be doing some work with, that you want to be getting some referrals from, and I help you work through that language. That seems to be the hardest thing for people, is to what do I say? How do I approach them? What's going to make them respond? Because, we get so many emails a day and we need to be standing out. We need to be solving problems as we're doing that. So definitely check out the Rapid Referrals Challenge. And the main thing that I want to talk about is I wrote myself a note this morning that I wanted to share with you. And it actually came up in a coaching call as well today. So the phrase that kind of came to my mind this morning, and I had to write it down, of course, on my little sticky notes because I love sticky notes, is I'm not attached to the outcome, but to the quality of the activity. Now, what do I mean by that? I'm not attached to the outcome, but the quality of the activity. So this is what I mean by that. You have to be less attached to, making that initial conversation with, say, one person. You have to be less attached to whether or not that one person says yes to you, but more attached to, am I contacting quality people? Am I doing the work? Am I reaching out on a regular basis to more than one person, to more than two people? I think we put a lot of hopes into that one person coming back to us and saying, yes, I have an opportunity for you, or yes, I've referred your name out, or yes, I'm ready to move forward on that project. But I would rather you be building the muscle on your own muscle on how consistently you're doing the work and what the quality of that is. And what I mean by that is I was on a coaching call today and I was talking to somebody and we were talking about working with realtors, getting referrals from realtors And they were like, I have been, in contact with realtors for 2 years. I have a friend that's also been in contact with realtors for several years. And between the two of us, we've maybe gotten one job. And I was like, okay, well, let's break that down a little bit. First of all, the job that she did get from a realtor was her best job ever. She loved it. The clients were amazing. She was doing exactly what she wanted to do. There was huge profit in it. So there's one thing there. Let's be like, we talk about recognizing the breadcrumbs, right? Breadcrumb, hello, it's right there. It's right in front of you. The other question I asked her was, well, the people that you're staying in touch with, because I said, are you staying in touch with realtors? And she said, yeah, I kind of reach out to friends and keep in touch with them. And I was like, great. Are those realtors doing or listing or are involved in the type of projects, which for her is $1 million and above, value? Are they in that, is that what they're working in? And she's like, well, no. Okay, so we're more attached to the outcome than to the quality of what we're doing. So I want you to be thinking of, are you in the right rooms? Are you being surrounded by the people who are servicing the same type of clients that you want, who are getting those types of higher end projects that you're looking for, who are listing the type of projects that you want to be working in? Don't confuse activity for progress, right? Just because things are happening doesn't mean that you're actually moving in the right direction. So I want you to take this phrase today, that I'm not attached to the outcome, but to the quality of the activity. And I want you to use that and think about that as you go about your week, and you're thinking about who you should be talking to, why you should be talking to them. Just because you're talking to someone at a networking event doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be able to give you a referral, or that that's the type of referral that you want. So I want you to be very proactive and pinpointed as to what you're doing and why, and be more attached to the quality than the quantity. So that's my quick tip for today. I hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.